Haney headed to the zone. I don't know nothing about this. You gotta get Bill on the horn, right? So Haney headed to the zone. How Zuffa, Shakur investments get complicated, right? So Devin Haney's reportedly close. I don't know. Shout out to Dan Ambrose. Burrows over here. He's getting close to signing a direct deal with the zone that may create an unexpected challenge for Zuffa as he begins around Shakur Stevenson. Now, if I had to guess, and I seen this article a little bit, I seen the headline earlier, but maybe go to it. This wasn't what the video was kind of going to be about, but kind of still what the video was about. So basically what they did was, it sounded like, Zuffa probably was offering more money, but they wasn't offering them to fight Shakur Stevenson. So at some point, now the Haney say our image is more important than 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 the money right now, or equally as important. So if we drop the belt and don't fight Keyshawn, and then y'all can't promise us Shakur Stevenson, even though we willing to make concessions, we're willing to make concessions, and you still can't promise that to us. No good. Even with that money, and we don't fight Keyshawn or Shakur next, like, we good. Now the thing about it is this: if they sign a deal direct with the zone, then they must know something about the purse bid. Either they figure Eddie Hearn gonna win it, maybe they figure they may, get the money to Devin Haney. Devin Haney Promotions might win it, or maybe they might have the money to win it, or maybe they may strike a condition on this. But if I had to be a bet man, I'm willing to bet that Zuffa couldn't get Shakur Stevenson to sign on the dotted line. And from what I heard, Bill Haney is the reason why Shakur Stevenson got the Zuffa deal. That's a Bill Haney thing. Bill Haney made sure he got that Zuffa deal. Bill Haney is the one that pitched him that Zuffa deal. Crazy, right? So now we in a space, and we in a position where Devin is on top, like he's scared of the drop. He just got to win. Now, if the zone is putting money behind them, they must have a plan, especially if it's a multi-fight deal. They must have a plan, short-term and long-term, or maybe it's a one-fight deal. Their direct competitor is Zuffa. So now, the zone is getting in their back, and then ultimately they may work with Zuffa to make some of these fights that's beneficial for both. You may see these fights simultaneously stream on TNT and Paramount. Who knows? The reported agreement was first disclosed to Sean Dizelle, who said Haney is expected to sign directly with the zone rather than join Zuffa. That changes the equation for Zuffa. Recently, we know Shakur. We get into that. And ultimately, everybody won. Everybody won. As of right now, Devin Haney doesn't look like a duck. As of right now, Devin Haney realistically didn't have to fight Shakur to beat Shakur Stevenson. Devin Haney didn't have to fight Shakur Stevenson to beat Shakur Stevenson. And the thing about it is, depending on the length of the deal, it could be a one-fight deal. He fight Keyshawn, and then he come around. If he can defeat Keyshawn, then he turn around, and he fight Shakur. Nobody knows the length of the deal. Could be equity in the company. Who knows? So, Devin is in a great position. They continue to talk to the zone. I'm pretty sure no chump change. If they knew what the Zuffa was offering, and they couldn't match that money, they probably gave him some equity. Or they just like, okay, man, we can just go ahead and get they gonna let us get Keyshawn. We think we'd beat Keyshawn, and then we'd go over to Zuffa and take that money and get Devin. And get Shakur. Now that's a risk, but chances make champions. Life's a risk, But if that's the way you got to, and unfortunately, you got to take those chances just to be able to get these dudes in the ring with you. And that's unfortunate. That's very unfortunate, but I'm mad at it. You know, but you can take chance, you can take chances when you got house money. You can take chances when you got house money. You go to the casino, if you don't know what house money is, it's money that you won in profit. So you walked in with $100, you turned $100 into $1,500 at the casino. Now you got $1,400 to play with. Now some people smart like me, I'm getting the hell up out of there. Maybe before we even get to $1,400, right? And some people just keep it pushing, you know what I'm saying? But then you got some people that, don't, keep playing with the church's money, with house money. Devin Haney and them that made money off boxing. He didn't make money off boxing, so he can take penitentiary chances. Well, not really penitentiary. He can take a risk like this because he's already a household name, and he's confident that he can beat Keyshawn Davis. Now, the fact of the matter is, is Keyshawn Davis gonna take this fight? Because when you thinking about getting an opportunity, everybody just care about money in this generation. So it's just about the money. You know what I'm saying? It's about the money. That's the crazy. It's about the money. Like it or not, it's about the money. It's not that I'm going to take this risk, and if I beat Devin Haney, I'm going to be that nigga. I'm going to be that nigga. If I beat Devin Haney, I'm going to be that nigga. Everybody just want the money. They want the big fight because they want the money that come with the big fight. They're not thinking if I win, the big money gonna come, because most of them ain't confident they gonna win. All that shit that he talk, he had MCM bags, and I don't think Devin Haney that good. Now you gotta walk that walk. You talk the talk, now you gotta walk it. Now you gotta walk it, bro. And if he walk away from this, they'll never recover from it. And Bill Haney just schooled Jay Prince. He schooled him. Bro. He schooled that slow grit talking motherfucker. He schooled him. He schooled him. So Devin is riding shotgun right now. And that all can change with a Keyshawn. If they fight a Keyshawn Davis victory. Now everybody's scrutinizing every decision that they made. Now you get more security if it's more than a one-off deal. If it's more than a one-fight deal, you got security now, fam. If it's a one-fight deal, maybe they might rob you. But then again, Keyshawn is rumored to have 1 or 2 fights left for Top Rank. Who says he won't slide to Zuffa, especially if he win? Because he been saying fuck the belts. So this is gonna be very interesting, to be honest with you. Very interesting. And Shakur get what he want. If Devin's over there for 3 fights or multiple fights, guess what? We ain't got to fight, nigga. We ain't got to fight. I ain't got to fight this guy. I ain't got to fight him. So I get 8 figures. I don't have to fight, fam. I don't got to fight him. I make 8 figures, my nigga. And I get to fight Rails Venezuela. And I get to fight probably Hitchens if they make me fight Hitchens at the worst. Excuse me. Fuck it. Let's get this money. Let's get this fucking money, fam. Everybody won. Shakur get the bum bash, and Devin, get to get his money with DAZN. Now the thing about it is, if DAZN is willing to work with Zuffa to make that fight, which I don't see why not, if Paramount or Netflix and TNT or a couple of them entities can work together, then Shakur might be in trouble. Shakur might be in. They promised Shakur, according to Shakur Stevenson, they promised him Devin Haney and Gervonta Davis, bruh. They promised him that. So now they got to deliver, like a shot to the liver. Now they got to deliver. So it's going to be interesting. So if I had to say it's a monkey wrench in this, if Devin only signed a 1-fight deal with DAZN, then he can still go over to Zuffa. If Devin signed a multi-fight deal with DAZN and they willing to work with Paramount and Zuffa and Netflix or whatever to make this fight, I think the fight just got that much bigger, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? And that's just me. But Devin Haney ride shotgun. People need to respect Bill's intellect. Respect Bill's intellect. You know, I ain't mad at it, bro. I ain't mad at it. I'm not mad at it. You know, I'm not mad at it. I can't get mad at it.